Welcome back to round eight of the AFL season, man. Now you guys are probably asking, Chaz, where are the stats? I'm sorry, where is the ladder? Where are the fixtures? I have the stats up because I need to see some. I need to just share some with you guys right quick. I want to look at stats, but specifically the goals this season. Just goals, averaging goals just in total. So obviously GWS are having a hell of a season. Currently first in goals per game with 16. We have like Jesse Logan, top goal scorer in the league. Obviously with Toby Green and all. Yeah, it's they have carried on, like I said, that whole season. They have carried on for what they did from the finals last year into this season. It's been working. But I want to talk about my team specifically, the Brisbane Lions. So right now, we're third from last in goals per game at 10. And you're telling me the likes of Joe Danaher, Eric Hipwood, Charlie Cameron, Mikey Neal, and the gang up front, you're scoring 10 goals per game. 10. 10. 10. You see why they're struggling this year, man. But I think they're like highly inaccurate as well. Like, even when they do kick the ball, they don't really do well. Like, they get more behinds than goals. You look at the top teams, GWS, Sydney, Geelong, Western Bulldogs, like, good teams who win games score goals, not just behinds. We have two more behinds than goals, not win a lot of games. But speaking about Brisbane, I'm going to get to some more because when we go over the games from last week and all, it's awful. But I just need to just share with you guys right quick. Let's just go ahead and let's just hop straight into the real preview for round 8. So obviously, boys and girls, quick preview going back to round 7 of the last fixtures. Melbourne absolutely dominate Richmond pretty easily. Essendon Colin probably played one of the best games this season. I watched the highlights of the game. And they had the potential mark of the year from Jamie Elliott. I mean, what a mark. What a mark that was. Absolutely just crazy. 54 points, Brisbane. Lost by against GWS, but I did say last week I expect us to lose. I had no faith in us. And guess what? They lost. Watch the hours of that. Second half, we scored like 10 points. Like, we barely scored in the second half. I mean, how many second halves have we just came out and just been crap this year? Fagan. Port Adelaide beat St. Kilda. Port Adelaide, again, continuing to move up the charts. Adelaide got right, beating North Melbourne, but it is North Melbourne, no offense. Win by 57. Geelong and Carlton, I watched how was this game. Very, very high scoring game as well, which I expected. Geelong won by 13. Freo being Western Bulldogs. Again, going back to my point about the Western Bulldogs, is so inconsistent. I don't understand why. And then lastly, Gold Coast beat West Coast Eagles. Pretty self-explanatory. And then obviously Sydney won by 76 points against Richmond. Now it's around 7 games. Now for round 8 games, man, it's going to be absolutely terrific. But before we even get to that, let's just look at the overall ladder. You have Geelong, who are undefeated, 7 with 28 points. Sydney, the Sydney Swans, are playing well. Playing well. I was not expecting that. Obviously, they won the last 4 out of 5. Big time matchup against GWS. And that's going to be a freaking game. I cannot wait for that game. It's going to be a hell of a game. I wonder where that game is at. Melbourne played Geelong. That's going to be, oh, dude, this is some crazy matchup. Collingwood against Carlton. Yo, these matchups this week are crazy, but obviously Melbourne are in 4th. For Adelaide, like moving up, they're in 5th. Carlton are in 6th. The Bombers in 7th. And Freo are controlling the 8th spot. So it seemed like 7 and 8 are going to be big toss-ups. You kind of already know your main guys, Geelong and GWS. You could say Sydney. But we have some pretenders. We have some real pretenders who are still trying to learn, still trying to understand what they're going to do. Obviously, that was the top 8. Collingwood and 10 Gold Coast, who won last week, like I said. Western Bulldogs, Adelaide, us, St. Kilda, West Coast. Richmond, Hawthorn, in North Melbourne. Obviously, North Melbourne, I need y'all to win a game. You guys know me. I don't like seeing teams going through the season just not winning. And we know how young North Melbourne is, but when your defense is probably the worst in the league, you already have allowed 862 points. And you don't really score that great. You're not going to win a lot of games, really. So that sucks for them. But that's the ladder. Let's just go ahead and hop straight into your preview. Adelaide against Port Adelaide. The Battle of Adelaide. I think both teams won against each other last year in this battle. But I always call it the Battle of Adelaide because I think it's pretty cool. Some World War II battle. Adelaide against Port Adelaide. I got Port Adelaide beating Adelaide. I think Adelaide, like I said, come off a good win. Maybe they can do it, pull an upset, you could say. It's going to be a high tier emotion game because it's just a rivalry between these two teams. But Port Adelaide are trying to continue the season. 5-2 start. I think they get it done. I mean, don't they both play at the Adelaide Oval? So, I mean, I would assume it's basically a home game for both teams. Then we get into the matchups Friday. Carlton against Collingwood. Oh, man. Now, I know Collingwood have not been good this season. They're currently in 10th place because they start off not well. But you still can't forget Collingwood and their ability. They're undefeated in the last 4 games, going against a Carlton team that scores goals and will score goals. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I'm going to go with Carlton. I think just the attacking pressure that they put on teams, especially with Charlie Curnow here in Mackay. It's pretty much, I think they are going to get it done. It's just, I feel good about Carlton this week. I got them. Sydney against GWS. Got GWS, like I said, one of the best offensive teams in the league. I expect them to keep that up. Sydney, I need to actually look at a bit more. They probably have one of the best defensive teams outside of Melbourne. I have to see more Sydney. 6-1. I think the last highlights I watched of them was a week or so ago. About a week ago. But I got Sydney beating GWS. I think Sydney, if they can win this game, prove they are for real. We'll see. St. Kilda against North Melbourne. I got St. Kilda. I want to go with North Melbourne. I'm not saying St. Kilda with too much confidence, but I can't trust North Melbourne for some reason. Melbourne against Geelong. Like I said, another good team. Another good game. Obviously, Geelong, best team in the league, 7-0. Oldest team, I think, in the league as well. They got some old fellows in the team. Going against Melbourne. It's going to be a hell of a game. Should be a good game. I got Geelong continuing the hot start, becoming 8-0. West Coast against the Bombers. Ooh. If the Bombers would improve, they are top 8 material. You got to beat the teams you are supposed to beat. I got the Bombers. Richmond against Freo. Same thing I said about Freo. Richmond getting absolutely just demolished last week. Freo coming off a good win. And same thing if Gold Coast beats us, obviously they get that top 8 spot if Freo loses. But I think Freo gets it done this week. They beat Richmond. Western Bulldogs against Hawthorn. I think this is a game Western Bulldogs should win. Obviously, man, they're just a weird team. They're just a weird team. I can't really say too much about them. They're just a weird overall team. I want them because they should be a lot better than what they are. They shouldn't be 3-4 to me. They don't seem like a 3-4 team. But you guys will probably say, Chaz, when's the last time you actually watched the game? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Fairs. But I still think with the talent that they have, they should be a lot better than what they are. Brisbane against Gold Coast at 5:10 a.m. on a Sunday. That's the last game of the round. Ooh, Sunday morning. I'll check that out for you guys. I will be on the lookout. We have to win. We're at the Gabba. We've been dog crap at home. We have got to win. I think we are, but we have got to win. Like, this is a must-win game for us. Yes, every game now to end the season are must-win games. We have 8 points. 8 points, which is really only 2 points behind the AFC. So there's still a chance. But we have got to win this game. There's no ifs, ands, buts. We have got to win this game. Like, if we lose to Gold Coast, do what you need to do. The coaches need to get fired. The players need to go on. Do what you need to do. But I expect them to beat Gold Coast. That's my preview and reaction for the past week and this week. Hope you guys did enjoy. You guys let me know in the comments down below. See you guys then. Peace.